Welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where we are touring around Europe to find the continent's 10 most passionate fan bases. Our choices are based on a number of online forums, and we have limited it to one team per country. So make some noise in the comments below if you don't agree with some of our choices, and you might just feature on Sunday Vibes. Let's go! 10. Atletico Madrid. We kick off in Spain and Atletico Madrid, whose fan support is often likened to that seen in a classic South American derby. For years, Los Rojiblancos have lived in the shadow of Real Madrid, and relative to their star-studded neighbours, Atleti are considered the working-class outlet for fans not purely chasing glory. The result is over 68,000 supporters at the Wanda Metropolitano, who generate a fever-pitch atmosphere of songs, passions and motifs. In the past decade, they've been fueled on by the equally charismatic and snarling Diego Simeone. El Cholo has delivered 2 La Liga titles and sent Atletico to 2 Champions League finals, giving Los Colchoneros faithful plenty to scream about. Rayo Vallecano and their Los Bocaneros Ultra group might have something to say about Atleti's inclusion in this list, along with Los Beticos and Sevilla's followers in Andalusia. And in 2009, Osasuna's wrestling home ground El Sadar set the record for La Liga's loudest ever crowds. But a big European night at the Wanda Metropolitano is something few travelling fans will ever want to miss. 9. Olympiacos. Not many countries do fan culture quite like Greece. The Tumba Stadium in PAOK, Thessaloniki can be a truly formidable place to visit, so much so that France Football labelled it the 19th most intimidating ground in the world back in 2020. But ahead of it in 8th was the Karaiskaki Stadium in Piraeus, home to domestic giants Olympiakos. The most supported side in Greece, with around 45% of Athens' population said to be under their banner, and Olympiacos' home game isn't complete without an incessant drumbeat, red flares and a fearful atmosphere. In 2006, they had the 9th most paid members in world football at 83,000, almost 3 times the Karaiskaki's capacity. PSG CEO Nasser Al-Khelaifi claimed he'd never seen fans like Olympiacos' in his life, while Tottenham's Lucas Moura called it the most intense and heated stadium he'd ever experienced. Interestingly, Olympiakos, Red Star Belgrade and Spartak Moscow supporters enjoy a close relationship, calling themselves the Orthodox brothers. All 3 are equally capable of creating a noise like no other, making it a match made in football heaven. 8. Napoli. It's almost impossible to single out an Italian side when it comes to fan passion. Lazio and Roma give everything for the cause, while the Derby dello Madonnina between AC and Inter Milan is a spectacle fueled with pride. And lower down the table, Genoa and Sampdoria both enjoy die-hard followers who share the historic Luigi Ferrari Stadium. However, we are choosing Napoli. While the dilapidated stands of the Diego Armando Maradonna, formerly known as the Stadio San Paolo, might not be as full as they once were, a European night in Naples is still capable of generating an atmosphere few can match. The Neapolitans are simply football mad, viewing themselves as the team of the working class compared to the rich northern clubs. The glory years of Diego Maradona have passed, but in 2004, 51,000 people still turned up to watch Napoli in Serie C, still the division's record attendance. The team are greeted onto the pitch by the infamous Urlo de San Paolo, translating as the scream of the San Paolo. It can reach such a volume, in 2015 former Lazio midfielder Christian Ledesma called it so hellish that their team couldn't string 2 passes together. 7. Red Star Belgrade. From Europe's smaller leagues, there are a number of options. Polish side Lech Poznan's back-turn celebration has been widely copied by visiting teams, while Denmark's FC Copenhagen are famed for their creative tifos and commitment. In 2019, 50 Danes turned up for an away encounter with New Saints of Wales, all carrying umbrellas under the comical assumption it would rain. Spartak Moscow of Russia and Dinamo Zagreb of Croatia deserve praise, but we're going for Red Star Belgrade. The Serbian outfit, known locally as Crvena Zvezda, is quite simply one of the craziest away days in the football calendar. The Belgrade derby between Red Star and Partizan is only for the brave-hearted, and what makes the atmosphere so intimidating is the use of red flares and choreography in the Maracana Stadium, particularly in the North Stand, which houses the Delige Fanatics. While Red Star are some way off the team that claimed the 1991 European Cup, they are still capable of pulling off shock results at home backed by their thunderous support. Just ask Liverpool, who lost in Belgrade on their way to the 2018-19 Champions League title. 6. Liverpool. Like it or not, the sight of Anfield and the Kop blasting out "You'll Never Walk Alone" on a big occasion can hardly be topped, while a European night in Liverpool can be an overwhelming experience for any visiting side. Sir Alex Ferguson has regularly labelled trips to Liverpool as his least favourite fixture, and you will rarely see an away team leave Merseyside with 3 points. Quite remarkably, between April 2017 and January 2021, the Reds went a ridiculous 68 games unbeaten at home, thanks in part to the fortress of noise the fans create. Their away support is also second to none. Although arguably not as good as Newcastle United's, last year named the best travelling fans in England with 19% of the vote, Liverpool are capable of creating a mini cop end wherever they go. Leeds United will fall hard done by too. 34,000 turning up to Ellen Road for a recent Carabao Cup tie against Crewe Alexandra is testament to their support. But on this occasion we just couldn't look past Liverpool's fanbase after all they've achieved. 5. St Etienne. The recent drama between Marseille and Nice shows just how extreme the French take their football. Indeed, Marseille's ultras at the Stade Velodrome, along with PSG's fanatics in the Haute end of the Parc des Princes, are some of the most passionate fans around. However, spare a thought for the St Etienne fanbase, who have never faded through thick and thin. Between the 60s and the early 80s, Le Vert dominated French football. They won 19 domestic trophies, including 9 Ligue 1 titles, and reached the European Cup final in 1976. However, over the next 20 years, they endured a big decline before a young Christophe Gaultier wrestled them back towards their former glory. Today, St Etienne jumps between European football and a fight for survival. But irrelevant of the situation, the 42,000 who religiously attend the Stade Geoffroy Guichard never lose their voice. Commonly known as the cauldron in France, the noise it creates can regularly save their team in its lowest of moments. A nice added touch is how proud the fans are of their mining heritage. New signings are given a miner's lamp on arrival to remind them of the hard work and bravery that went into the city's foundations. 4. Besiktas. Honestly, we could have chosen any of Istanbul's big three for this list. The rivalry between Fenerbahce and Galatasaray has been notorious ever since a friendly in 1934 descended into a riot and was abandoned. Roll on to 2011 and a meeting between the two at Gala's Turk Telekom Arena produced the loudest roar ever recorded in a football stadium at 131.76 decibels. Similarly boisterous are Turkey's final Big Three member, Besiktas. A 2009 Champions League match against Manchester United at the old İnönü Stadium also produced a noise that breached 130 decibels. Sir Alex Ferguson described it as the loudest atmosphere he'd ever experienced, and Ben Foster claimed he couldn't hear himself think. What's even more impressive is that the İnönü only had a 32,000 capacity. Renovations have added 10,000 extra seats into the renamed Vodafone Park, making the atmosphere even wilder than before. Timo Werner infamously asked to be substituted after struggling with the noise back in 2017, and he won't be the last to fall victim to their deafening charts of How Do You Hit It, We Have the Strength, and the infamous Besiktas anthem. 3. Feyenoord. While Ajax and PSV Eindhoven take the lion's share of glory in the Netherlands, there is no doubt that Feyenoord comes out on top when it comes to fan culture. Located in the port city of Rotterdam, Feyenoord proudly labels itself the club of the people. This has created an intense rivalry with Ajax, down to the belief that money brought in by the working class of Rotterdam is squandered on the affluent elite of Amsterdam. Fans of either side aren't allowed to attend away fixtures when the two meet. Feyenoord's ground, De Kuip, is located at the heart of the city. Every week over 51,000 pack into its historic stands, making it the second largest stadium in the Netherlands. Their main supporters group, the Legion, are known across Europe for their energy, while the club anthem, Hand in Hand, pays homage to the unity of the fans and players alike. Feyenoord even retired the number 12 shirt in recognition of their supporters' importance. For them, winning isn't everything, but the party after their Eredivisie title in 2017 is one the streets of Rotterdam won't forget in a hurry. 2. Borussia Dortmund. Germany arguably demonstrates the best fan culture in Europe. FC St Pauli and Union Berlin supporters hold cult status among football hipsters. Borussia Mönchengladbach and Schalke both average over 50,000 per home match, while FC Köln regularly fills out 98% of the Rhein Energy Stadion's capacity. Followers of the Billy Goats also made headlines back in 2017 when up to 20,000 fans descended on Arsenal for a Europa League tie. It was almost 10 times their ticket allocation. With that in mind, it feels harsh to pick Borussia Dortmund, but you just can't look past the famous yellow wall of the Südtribüne and the general atmosphere created in the Westfalenstadion. With paying members totalling almost 150,000, only Bayern Munich can boast a larger fan base in Germany. Yet BVB have the highest average home attendance in world football at over 80,000, while a 2018 poll by the Hamburg-based Statista Institute found that 52% of all Germans had a soft spot for Dortmund. Almost 1.4 million people visit the Signal Iduna Park each year to witness the yellow wall in full voice, making it the ultimate bucket list destination for any lover of the beautiful game. 1. Celtic. When Lionel Messi finally stops to reflect on his career, one place he will never forget is Celtic Park. After the boys' stunning 2-1 defeat of Barcelona back in 2012, the Argentine maestro praised the Glaswegian home ground for producing the best atmosphere in Europe, adding that games at Celtic were so special he wanted to remember them forever. Even Andres Iniesta called it an honour to play there. But that famous Champions League night was just one example of why Celtics fans are so widely revered. Officially named the best supporters in Europe by FIFA in 2017, ahead of Borussia Dortmund and FC Copenhagen, no home game is complete without a selection of green and white motifs or choreographed tifo displays. The Ultras group, the Green Brigade, are at the forefront of whipping up tension in the ground, while their rendition of You'll Never Walk Alone gives Liverpool a run for its money. The Irish folk song The Fields of Fenry can also be heard reverberating around Parkhead. True to their word, Celtic fans just can't get enough. The result is an experience even the greatest players in the world stand back and admire. So that was our take on the 10 most passionate fan bases in Europe. Go on then, which clubs have we missed out? Who should we give more time to? Let us know in the comments down below. Make sure you're liked and subscribed to Euro Football Daily with the notification bell switched on, and we'll see you next time.